Hey, Webster City Middle School, it's Aiden.
And Lily.
Today is Wednesday, November 12th.
We're nearing the end of the trimester, so let's go to Max and see how the 5th graders are doing with the long division.
Hello everybody, I'm Max, and in 5th grade math, we are learning long division with and without remainders. The 4 main steps to long division are divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. Or, does McDonald's sell burgers? Long division can also help you in everyday life. Let's say you have to drive 423 miles in the span of 3 days. You could use long division to find out you would need to drive that you would need to drive 141 miles to reach your destination. Now the real question is, does McDonald's sell burgers? Yes they do. Now let's flip it on over to Brandon.
Thanks, Max. Hello, anyone that may be watching. I'm Brandon, and lately in digital learning, we have been learning about coding. We have been using code.org in the Minecraft setting where you have to use blocks to move things around. We also learned that zeros and ones is a computer's language. Every day that a device has to do something, it uses zeros and ones to do what it needs to do. At first, I wasn't very excited, but it turned out to be really fun, and I thought it was interesting. Well, that's all for me. Now let's type it on over to the anchors.
Thanks, Brandon. That's awesome.
Now let's go to Will to hear about the Project Explorer and learn about this history mystery.
Hello, Webster City Middle School. It's Owen here from 6th grade. Do you know what we have been doing in 6th grade Project Explorer? Well, in this trimester, we are digging deep to learn lots about archaeology. We read a textbook called Going on a Dig about archaeology. Then, with some of the information we learned from that book and some other sources like slideshows of places with archaeological importance, we finally did our final project. We had 6 different boxes, each containing artifacts from different horizons. A horizon is a layer of historical artifacts from different time periods buried on top of each other. Then, we had to examine each box of clues and artifacts, then take notes on a graphic organizer like this. And finally, we inferred which box was oldest to most recent. All of us did a very good job and got all the horizon's time periods correct. That's all from me. Now let's go dig on over to Evie.
Hello, fellow classmates. It is I, Evie, or Van Gogh, and today I will be talking about the 6th grade art project. We are replicating one of Van Gogh's most famous paintings, Sunflowers. The first step is to draw the flowers in vase with a pencil. Then you trace the outline with white glue. After the glue dries, roll over the piece with black ink. Once you have accomplished that, you choose a color palette and begin coloring, blending, and shading your work with chalk. I think these look magnifique so far, and I hope everyone else enjoyed making theirs. Well, my time's up, so let's send this back to the anchors.
Thank you, Project Explorer kids.
Now let's go to see what the 7th graders are doing in science.
Hey WCMS, it's Miley, and in 7th grade science, we're doing a project on geological time eras. We have an option to work with a partner or by yourself. After we have finished our packet about the multiple time eras, which are Precambrian, Paleozoic, Mesozoic, and Cenozoic, then we started working on our slideshow presentations. The slideshows have to have at least 37 slides.
If we bring this one down.
That's all for me, WCMS. Now I gotta get back to finishing my slideshow presentation. So let's send it on over to Justin.
Hey WCMS, it's Justin, and the 7th and 8th graders in Project Explorer are working on a mock trial case, where we're currently trying to prove whether or not Dana Bayless killed Cora Reichel. We have to write direct and cross-examination questions to bring out the evidence to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that it was Dana Bayless. When we first received our case, we all got assigned parts, whether it was an attorney or witness. And ever since school started, we have been working hard to complete our parts. We have a rehearsal on November 11th, and we go to our competition on November 18th in Ames. Our competition is at the Gateway Center. Wish us luck, and I'll let you know what the jury decides. This has been Justin, so let's send it back to the anchors.
This case has been really cool.
I get it. The case involves a woman found dead in a freezer.
We've been really busy with mock trial, so we only have one 8th grade report this week.
The 8th graders are making their 4-year plans and guidance.
Let's ask Olivia for more information.
Hey WCMS, I'm Olivia, and I love making plans. Speaking of plans, in guidance, the 8th graders are working on their 4-year plans. Your 4-year plan is the plan you make for high school. You make your schedule for your classes and what classes you plan on taking each of the 4 years in high school. The state of Iowa mandates that every single 8th grader make a 4-year plan. When you're done with your first draft, you make a copy for your teacher. You have to have your teacher sign both copies. When you have both copies done and signed, you get a letter to take home to your parents to look at. After your parents have looked at your plan, they need to sign the letter, and you bring the letter back to your teacher. Personally, I have found that making this plan has made me a lot less nervous for high school. There are definitely not enough hours in the day for all of the classes I want to take. Well, before we go to high school, let's send it back to the anchors.
Thank you, Olivia.
Now for some current events. November 9th, there was a jazz band concert.
The 6th grade music concert will be on November 16th.
There will be a mock trial rehearsal on November 11th with a competition on the 18th.
Check your calendars for sporting events.
We close our show today with music from the jazz band concert. See you next time.
From the middle.